Well, hey, Casey Ho fam, how you doing? I am doing well. This is the professor, and I got a movie review for you. I am going to be talking about the film Dangle, and this is a film that really interesting to me. I grew up a wrestler. I wrestled quite a bit. I was good at wrestling. It's something that was taught to me at a young age. I still grapple around with my son when we're joking around and we have a little time to roughhouse. I will break out a little switch or a takedown or some kind of fireman's carry on him. And it's always a lot of fun because it looks weird to see an old guy wrestling, right? This film starred Amir Khan. He is part of the King Khans, and it's a UTV motion picture. I couldn't show any of the trailer reactions because UTV has blocked me from doing their trailer reactions, and that's fine. And we're not going to let that kind of cross over into the film. Now, this film. Excuse me. Let me allow the professor to get comfortable here. Back's bothering me a little bit. This was a really good film, and I think it was a true story. It came across like a true story, and what we had here was Amir Khan, who plays this amateur wrestler who was really good. He had a dream of representing India in the Olympics, but with so many people, life comes a calling, right? Life comes a calling, and things happen. You meet a woman, you fall in love, you have a family. You got to get a job, right? You got to get a job. You got to be able to feed your family, and certain aspirations that you have get put to the side. And that's what we see Amir do in this. And he has four kids, a couple boys, a couple girls, and he has this dream that that he'll have a boy that he can train and have him kind of live vicariously through him, and his boy will go on to be this great wrestling legend, and it doesn't happen. We see the young girls get brought to the parents, and the two boys are beat up, kind of two young boys. And what we have here is, girls were getting picked on, right? They were being bullied, but they beat the crap out of these boys. And the dad realizes, wait a minute, maybe I should be training the daughters. And so we see this whole montage of training and cutting hair and kind of forsaking things and I know that it was supposed to be portrayed as harsh. I didn't think it was harsh. I thought it was wrestling training. We did very similar things. Wrestling training is grueling and can take a toll on you, but it's really designed to build up endurance. And you're going to go 3 minutes all out. You can get tired pretty quickly. So you see these girls kind of getting, which may seem harsh, but I don't think it really is in the scope of the wrestling world. I don't think it was harsh at all. And he's teaching them techniques, he's teaching them all these things, and they are getting good, right? They're getting good, they're growing in their abilities, and they go in, and I think it was the Commonwealth Games, and where now they're going to have like an Olympic coach, I think. That's what you would call him, and he's teaching different techniques, and he's doing some other stuff. And what we start to see is these girls are disregarding the way their father showed them how to go about their business, how to wrestle, how to take that mantra and just kind of continue on. They kind of disregard it, they push it aside, and you start seeing things like I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to eat food I shouldn't eat, I'm going to grow my hair long. And the daughter begins to believe that, this new coach's way of doing things is far better than the old man's way, because the old man is just old. He's out of touch. He doesn't realize that wrestling has evolved. It's kind of how I took it. I didn't see it with English subtitles. It was all in Hindi, so I'm doing the best I can to kind of put it together. If I got something wrong, please tell me down there. And so she comes home. Pops is pissed when he sees his daughters, right? Like how they're acting, how they're behaving, and they get into it, right? They get into it, and Pops loses the wrestling. He loses the wrestling to his daughter because he's just old, right? And so she out wrestles him, and good for her. And and he really kind of applies himself now because he sees the other daughter kind of doing the same thing. He really applies himself to kind of want to train, so he starts crashing their training camp and training them and kind of doing what the coach told them what to do, and are they going to get kicked out and all these things. And it looks like they kind of come to an agreement that, you know what, that's fine, you can coach them, but I'm still going to coach them. And what we get here is we get the girls start to realize you can combine the two. You can combine the two, and they become very successful, and they go out and stomp it. This was a great movie. This really was a great movie. I think Amir Khan is a great actor. I don't think I've seen him in anything that I thought, wow, that was terrible. Now, I have with some of the other Khans, SRK, I've kind of seen him in things that I didn't care for, but I can't. No, I haven't seen as much of Amir Khan as I have Irfan or SRK, but I can't think of a poor performance that he has done. He's an amazing actor. He is a physical specimen. I like the fact that he put on all that weight. That was pretty amazing to see, and then he lost it in 4 months. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Wrestling movies in America have a very specific audience because there's not a lot of them. Wrestling is kind of a lifestyle, and I think the movie kind of showed you that it was a lifestyle, and it's just kind of what you do. There's a certain toughness for it. So I would recommend the movie. I'm going to give it an A+. I thought it was really, really good. I thought Amir Khan did a great job. I thought the daughters did a great job. I think it was a great movie. And even though UTV always wants to give me the middle finger, the professor's not going to do that. The professor is going to not let their anti-professor rhetoric color and sway me on this movie review. It was a great, great film. Thank you to my Indian friend who sent it to me. I really appreciate it. It was very, very kind of you. I was glad to see it, and I say, peace and love to all of my Indian brothers and sisters. I'll catch you guys later. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and send me a friend request on Facebook. It's always fun to kind of hang out and get to know you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.